Hi, YouTube. Bye.
Wait, did you clean your room?
Yes.
You lie. You're lying on film.
It was just upstairs.
You cleaned your room and your bin.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna check. Have fun. He's scared of me. I scare him.
Hang on, lady. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Hi YouTube, it's Tracy from Entrepreneur Girl, and today is Tracy's Tuesday Tips, and we're going to be continuing our conversation on liquidation. Now, last week we talked a lot about liquidation. We went to liquidation stores, you got to see behind the scenes, and I gave you all the tips I could think to give you on shopping liquidation. So today I want to show you a few of the items that we purchased while on that trip. I want to look at the actual screenshots from the scanning app so we can just discuss kind of what we're looking at as far as rank goes and profit goes, and just kind of the considerations as we're walking through it. This way you'll be able to see like a real trip where some of them are profitable and some items are just okay and some items are just a little bit profitable, but when you buy them in large quantity they really add up. So those are the types of things that we're going to be talking about today. We're going to see how much profit we can make, so I'm kind of curious to see what we will end up with as far as our listed retail value. Tomorrow's video, we start our Amazon step-by-step walkthrough. So subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you'd like to see something else with this products that we're not covering. All right, so here are the items that we are going to be talking about today. And these are also the same items that we're going to be listing on Amazon and eBay for those videos that go step by step on both platforms. Let's get busy. So here's the scissors, and as you saw, we purchased these for $4.99. Wow, this is really hard to write with. Okay, so we purchased it for $4.99. And I just wanted to show you as an example the screenshot from the regular Amazon app. So that's free, the Amazon seller app, and anyone can get it for free. And this is the screenshot that it was showing me because I thought this would be a good teaching tool for us to talk about when sourcing for your inventory. So the first thing, I kind of look for when I scan an item is the very first thing I do is make sure there's no expiration date. With scissors, I'm not worried about that. But if this was some type of food item or beauty product, I'd be very, very concerned about it, and I don't even scan it until I check that. And then my next consideration is I'm really concerned about this number right here. This is the rank of a product, and a rank gives an indication of how fast it will sell. And now you've seen me talk about this in other videos, so I'm not going to go in depth with everything. But I did want to, talk about the rank. I like for it to be under 100,000 in just about any category. But if it's pretty close and I have something that I can buy in bulk and I have a good price, then I'm going to take another look at this product. So then I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to see the FBA offer. I'm FBA, so this is the one that I'm worried about right here. As you see, there's only one other seller, so I really like that. If there's no other sellers or just a few other sellers, then I'm in a really good position to sell mine because there's not much competition. So that makes this rank up here less important to me. I mean, it's still a decent number, but it makes it a little less important because of the competition. Now I'm looking at how much I can sell it for on FBA. Now notice the price discrepancy between these two. So this is FBA, and then this is going to be merchant fulfilled. So I can sell my FBA scissors for $16.99. And then I'm going to deduct my $5 here. So at quick glance, am I at my 3 times rule? Well, 5 times 3 would be 15, which is less than the $16.99. So what did we learn from this little, oh, too small screenshot here? Well, at a quick glance, when I'm scanning in the store, I can see that the rank is decent, that I'm meeting my 3 times rule, that there's not much competition, and that I can make a profit on this item. So now if I want to look further into this product, if I want to go to Camel, 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 if I want to go to Keepa, if I want to look on the eBay app, I mean, I can just Google it. I can see what it's being sold for on other platforms. I can look at the sales history. You know, anything like that I can do on further research. But on first glance, this is a good product. And I'm going to give it, you know, okay, that's terrible. I'm going to give it a check mark. Okay, yay. So this is kind of the process I'm going through in the store to determine if I'm going to set the product back down on the shelf or if I'm going to put it on my cart. And I thought this might be helpful to you because it's kind of like us shopping together without us shopping together. Okay, let's take another product. Okay, now in the Tom's product, when we first were quoted a price, we were quoted $3. And then when I got to the cash register and I spoke to the lady behind the cash register and I told her I wanted to buy all of the kind of this particular kind of Tom's soap, she let me have it for $2 for 2 bars of soap. This 2 count. It comes in a 2 count. It's wrapped that way. So I got this 2 count for $2. So again, I'm looking at the rank. It's still over my 100,000 in beauty, but that's still a decent rank. And then if I scroll down, I can see that there's only one other FBAer, and I can look at the price, which is $9.36. So of course that my 3 times rule, $2 times my 3 times rule would be 6, and I'm at over $9. So this at first glance would be a great product for me. Now it is beauty, so you know what I got to be concerned about is those expiration dates. So I triple checked my expiration dates on this particular Tom's bar of soap. Now interesting, they had 3 different varieties of Tom's soap, and this was the only one that was a good profit margin for me, where I knew that I was going to be making over my 3 times mark. Another thing that I want to talk to you about is I like to have products that I can list for over $10, you know, closer to a $20 mark if I can. And you've heard me talk about that, and this doesn't quite meet that, but see, it's close enough. And because it's well over my 3 times rule, I'm getting some extra fluff there. So, you know, I'm not worried about that. These numbers are close because it's low competition, because it's a low price point, because my profit margin is going to be solid, and there's little competition, and it's still close to my $10 mark. I'm going to give this one a big check mark too. Okay, so this one we got for 25 cents for each one. They had a cart full, which ended up being 25 of them. So I got 25 of these types of ones. They had different varieties. So they had some blue ones, some green ones, you know, so they were slightly different. And I'm going to have to list them different because if there's any difference whatsoever, it's not the same listing. So I got it for $1, guys. So I got all of them. I got an entire grocery cart full of these for $6, which is pretty amazing because I can sell one of them for $8. And there's no competition, and it's $8, which, look at the profit margin. I only spent $0.25 and I can sell each one for $8. Doesn't quite hit my $10 mark that I like to be at, but for this type of a margin, and they're tiny, you know, they don't take up a lot of room, and they're very lightweight, I can afford to just throw them, you know, a few in a box with every shipment. It's toys, which is one of my most favorite categories because it sells. It's, you know, one of the most popular categories on Amazon. if it's fourth quarter or anything like that, this would be great because this is a good stocking type of stuffer. Now, this rank is not my favorite, but not all ranks are the same in categories. So let's take a look at this. Okay, I'm gonna pop over here to Jungle Scout. This is the Jungle Scout estimator if you're not familiar with it, and it's free, and I like Jungle Scout. So you come over here and you pick a category. So we're going to pick toys because that's our category, and we're going to enter the sales rank on our, what was it? 527491. Okay, so 527491. Telling me that it's less than 5 per month. So it's not the best. We knew that, but it's still not too terrible for buying it for a quarter a piece. So I have 25 of them. I'm not going to send in all 25 at once. I'll probably send in 6 with whatever box I have going to the Amazon warehouse. Just kind of see how they do. At a quarter, it was such a low entry point. I'm not too concerned about hitting a loss on this product. So I will trickle these in and I will sell them for a good margin when they do. If I sell 5 a month, and I just replenish every month, I send in, you know, say half a dozen more, then no problem. Okay, we got a bunch of these for $1.99. This is our ranking in kitchen, which seems high. So let's go ahead and 791119, find kitchen. And it's, there we go, less than 5 a month. So we're kind of in the same boat we were in with the other products. So let's look at the others. Well, I like this, no other competition on FBA. And so that means we could go, you know, higher than our merchant fulfilled pals. We could go, you know, maybe at $17 per product. And if we only spent 2 on each unit, we're, you know, well above our ×3. I went ahead and purchased a bunch of these. It was such a low risk. And because even if I'm selling off 6, again, they are light and they are tiny, so I can just slide these into any box that I'm already shipping. I can send 6 a month and pretty decent profit on each one that I sell and be happy with that. So on first glance, when I was looking at this, I was like, oh no, but as I looked at the rest of the picture, I started to think, okay, this is something that I'm willing to invest, you know, some in. All right, we got our little plush toy mouse for $1. See that we're pretty high again in pet products. Let's see how high. Again, we had our less than 5, so that's not too awesome. There's only one other competition, and this is a pretty huge price difference between our merchant fulfilled and our FBA. But the one competition that we would have on FBA right now is selling for 25, and our merchant fulfilled is selling for 622. So even if we came, you know, higher than that but less than that, say we went in at $9, you know, again, we are 9 times our purchasing price because we only bought it for $1. Again, they're lightweight and super tiny. This fits in the palm of my hand. So I can send in a few every box that I send to the warehouse because it's just kind of filling in space actually. And I can make a decent margin, you know, every single time one sells off. I do like the pet category. It is one that I look for because I've had good, you know, I've just had good experience with it, so it's been all right for me. There is a much better rank in pet products again. So this is definitely under my 100,000 by half, so I like that. We purchased this for $3.89. Only one competition, and that's for $14.49. You know, even if it's 15 and say we round that with tax to 4, we're looking at $11 before Amazon fees. And while we're doing that, let's just go ahead and take this item and pop over to the Amazon calculator so I could show you how to use that. FBA Amazon Revenue Calculator. You've seen me use this before, but you type in the item either by title or by the ASIN number, and this is what comes up. So all we have to fill in is Amazon Fulfilled because we're FBA, and the item price that we can sell it for. To ship it to Amazon, normally for a lighter, smaller item, it costs about $1/4 for me because I can fit about 40 items in a box, depending on the items, of course. But this is a little heavier, a little bigger. Someone put 50 cents for that item. And then the cost that it took to purchase the item was $3.89, and now I'm going to calculate. And it's going to tell me my net profit after all of the fees is $3.75 per bottle. Because I know this may not sound, like a lot, but if it's selling rapidly, which let's go ahead and check that while we're here. And it's saying that we could sell roughly 19 of these a month. So 19 times our $3.75. 19 times 4, that's roughly $76 per month that I could sell just on this one product. And you saw the footage, so we have lots of products that we can sell from the one store. So I went to 2 different liquidation stores, and if you take all the products that we got and you're buying them in bulk, so hopefully you have enough of each product to last you at least a couple of months. You can see where an hour trip or 2 hours, if you consider both stores, is really worth the amount of items that you're getting, because the rest of the month you're basically going to source it and you're going to list it and you're going to send it in, and the sales are going to come in throughout the month on all the different products. When you're not working, you're actually sourcing other products to make additional money.